The winners in the cryptocurrency market, referring to the assets that remain in the top 10 over the coming years, will have multi-trillion-dollar market caps. Stick around for this video. What is going on, guys? Kevin Cage here with another cryptocurrency update. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you why the assets in the top 10 in the years ahead will all have multi-trillion-dollar market caps. I'd also like to show you that the XRP price chart is targeting $100 per a specific Fibonacci level, and I'm still battling some personal health issues, guys, so pardon my voice. Okay, before getting into all of this, I'm going to be listing off a bunch of points in this one, but first, let's look at the total market cap of all cryptocurrency. We have to look on the macro, when in doubt, zoom out. So looking at this chart, this is dating back to 2014. Of course, we can use Bitcoin's price history from 2010, 2011, but I just want to show you an aggressive ascending channel, maybe even a parallel channel. We'll turn the lights on, and this is just a little trend that I'm seeing within this market. I think a lot of people have seen this at this point. Market today, $2.5 trillion. We've seen the papers, we've seen the expectations of the global market cap reaching 10 trillion, 50 trillion, and then even 100 trillion plus in the years ahead. I'm focused on the macro, not tomorrow, not even next year. I'm focused on the big picture over the next decade. And what we'd like to imagine is, okay, if the market does in fact reach a 50 trillion or $100 trillion global crypto market cap, roughly a 50x from here, what would the prices be of the assets that survive in the top 10? Very, very high, especially if there's any new competitors that are maybe layer 1s or other layer 0 protocols. So I like to say slap an ascending channel on an asset and wait. This is what I apply to the total market cap of crypto as well. And to me, this is a very aggressive trend. There's a few stats we know. First off, there are 200 million users in the cryptocurrency market today. 200 million. Over the next 2 to 3 years, there's expected to be a user base of 1 billion people. That is a 5x increase. We've also looked at all the on-chain metrics. We can talk about the CAGR and the year-over-year growth in terms of payments and e-commerce, but even data as well. Meaning the amount of videos being produced on TikTok, the amount of data that needs to be stored globally in a decentralized, distributed manner. Data is the new gold. This is not just finance. This is going to be interoperability of everything, the internet of everything. Crypto is at 2.5 trillion. The global stock market has surpassed 100 trillion. No offense to companies, but equities to me, you could argue there's inherent value, but it still is speculative to some degree, and I know some traditional folks are going to be all against that. But with crypto, this very well could be. Of course, the protocols and networks are going to serve as the bedrock of the future system, not even just the financial system. The future system, the protocol of the internet itself. So I don't need to bore you with that, but anyways, looking at this, and I'm only showing you until like 2024, 25, and this is still pushing and holding that value. So pretty crazy to see, those higher levels of 40, 50 trillion, or even, 8 to 10 trillion. I think that is well within reach in terms of the market cap for cryptocurrency. Now, of course, if you've studied the Bitcoin cycles, which I encourage all of you to do if you are in the cryptocurrency market, if you do not study the Bitcoin halvings, I don't know what you're doing. Please recall the next Bitcoin halving will be in 2024. The last Bitcoin halving was in May of 2020, right when we started our giant run. So typically these halvings of Bitcoin, cutting the block rewards in half, have a huge, huge effect and push on price. Now, I know we all have our theories, we all have our conspiracies. What if it's different this time? What if utility takes assets much higher than we've ever dreamt possible? Anything's possible, guys. So, of course, Bitcoin is notorious for multiple 80% crashes after the bull market. Crazy enough, I just want to show you worst case, that even if we did crash from here, I think the bull market still continues per my alts that I'm watching. But anyways, if we did in fact do that 80% crash, which we've done a good 3 or 4 times, funny enough, that would take us right to the bottom of that trend, give or take. So pretty interesting. I don't think it happens, but you just never know with black swan events. So I'm curious where you guys think the bottom of the cryptocurrency global market cap would be during the next bear market. And I know there's theories of super cycles occurring as well. Fibonacci retracement, this level, swing high, swing low, drag over, and just showing you those targets as well where they coincide. As you know, we already did reach a full 4.236. In the past, after this happens, the bear market usually begins. However, a lot of alts are in very strange positions. I wanted to show you some of these higher targets of 5 trillion, 14 trillion, and even $23 trillion. And please recall that Bitcoin and Ethereum have already reached these levels of the 3618. Well, why am I still bullish on a variety of other assets and laggards in this market? Because they're still down here. So I'm bullish when the prices are low, and I get less bullish as the prices are high. Now, just to show you an example of these high Fibonacci, since it was just recently Fibonacci day, with the Amazon price chart, before I show you the XRP price chart, we're going to turn the lights on. I'll probably just redraw it for you guys. From the swing high, swing low, where did we go? Right to the 34. Now, as you guys know, I use the 8, the 21, and the 34 exponential moving average, because these are part of the Fibonacci sequence. So what I did is just add those to my Fibonacci. So now when I go from the swing high wick to the swing low, and drag over, you can actually see in that moon scenario, where was the top of the market for Amazon? Pretty much right on the 34, multiple wicks and candle bodies closing right on that level. I mean, the price is sitting there today. So, perfect timing for this video. Okay, well, let's split the screen and let's look at the XRP price chart as well, just to measure this up. And as you can see, from the swing high, swing low, that targets over $100. Now, that's just a moon scenario for you, and the assets that win are going to have multi-trillion-dollar market caps. Anybody that doubts XRP, XLM, a lot of these assets simply has not done their research. We have Dan Moorhead with this interview with Thinking Crypto Tony, great YouTube channel, the CEO of XRP, the first and top crypto hedge fund in the world. He went on to say, and this was recent, that XRP, the digital asset, will still be a top 10 crypto in the years ahead, and he said in 10 years. He did this in 2020. So by 2030, XRP will still be here and be in the top 10. Cough, cough, multiple trillion-dollar market caps for assets in the top 10, and I'm hoping it happens sooner than later. Please recall, Ripple appoints the 43rd U.S. Treasurer to the board for the company Ripple. Not a coincidence. Her name, Rosie Rios, is printed on more currency than anybody in the world. We're talking trillions of dollars of fiat. You think these people don't have plans for XRP? Also, Ripple Labs named Don Donahue as an advisor for the company back in 2015. Who's this guy? He was the COO and then the CEO of the DTCC, the Federal Reserve before the Fed. This is the depository trust company. Unbelievable. As you can see, they're responsible for processing transactions worth over $1.6 quadrillion per year. Now, this is from 2015. Today, they send over $2 quadrillion per year. Now, I know you guys have seen this, the Global Payment Steering Group. This is RippleNet, the standard in 2016. This has been the plan from the beginning, and people are forgetting about this. Also, Marcus Treacher, background at Swift, along with HSBC. And who is the chairman of this whole RippleNet, or Global Payment Steering Group? You guessed it, the former CEO of the DTCC, who's the advisor for Ripple, Don Donahue. And he pointed out, the creation of the Global Payment Steering Group, which is RippleNet, is significant because this represents the first time that major banks have formulated policies to govern the transfer of money across borders using blockchain. I'm very excited to be part of this group of forward-thinking leaders who are building the payments network of the future today. Surprised that we have Bank of America part of this group as well. Ripple is proud to announce the creation of the first interbank group, some of the world's largest groups. And of course, Bank of Canada, highly integrated. Also really quick, PolySign, don't forget David Schwartz and Arthur Brito. Arthur Brito, the creator of XRP, is on this board with the legends of industry of custodians. Responsible for holding 25% of global institutional assets, was the former vice chairman of Bank of New York. And Antoinette, the former CCO at Ripple, now she's for PolySign. We have seen her speak at the International Monetary Fund panels. Just like Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, alongside the Central Bank of Hong Kong at the Swiss National Bank. And of course, the Central Bank of Saudi Arabia. Ooh, let's play this clip by Bank XRP. Ross Leckow from the International Monetary Fund on stage with Brad Garlinghouse. Why? And the question was, if a country uses a digital currency as their native currency, then it could be used in the International Monetary Fund's SDR, or basket of currency, the special drawing rights. People don't realize, why was Brad Garlinghouse on stage with some of the biggest titans of industry, a small little fintech company? Because there's been big plans since the start.
You want to take one? Go for it. The first one's for you. IMF. Do you see IMF holding crypto assets in the future? I did not put that up there.
Look at that smile.
Remember, I'm from the legal department. I'm supposed to be very conservative about these things. I don't want to go into great details about
Maybe
the
I
IMF.
should take what the IMF is going to do. I think we stunned Ross into silence with that one.
For that to happen, okay, under the current legal framework, some country would have to use a crypto asset as its currency.
You want to take one?
Pretty weird. And funny enough, Ripple announcing another partnership. We are excited to announce our partnership with the Republic of Palau to explore the country's first national digital currency using the XRP Ledger. Please note, the XRP Ledger was mentioned in the Central Bank of France's documents for interoperability or even building central bank digital currencies on top of the network. The XRP Ledger because it's carbon neutral and 120,000 times more efficient than proof of work blockchains. Fractions of a penny in just 3 to 5 seconds. There's over 5,400 currencies that have already been issued and traded on the XRP Ledger. Meanwhile, the crypto market is still in fear. I don't even have to be conspiratorial with you guys to understand the opportunity at hand. Per Real Vision Finance even explaining the Bitwise Top 10 Index for crypto, when XRP gets clarity, they already have to buy up a couple $100 million worth of it on the market for their fund. So that was Real Vision Finance, or maybe a billionaire at this point, just sharing his thoughts with the Bitwise Index for XRP and said, in quotes, it will go on a hell of a nice run. When, in fact, it does happen. The only asset in the top 10 that is yet to surpass an all-time high price was sued by the SEC after several years of documenting and meeting with them regularly. How do people not realize that there's more to this than meets the eye? XRP is so BA that it was determined to be a currency by multiple groups, the Department of Treasury, the Department of Justice, even FinCEN, and other countries, by the way, determined it to be not a security. The FCA of the United Kingdom, Singapore, Switzerland, and Japan, and Japan's FSA, have said that XRP is not a security. 80 to 90% of Ripple net volume outside of the US. 80 to 90% of Ripple customers outside of the US. This is a political play. Why is the former CFTC chair as well, Christopher Giancarlo, an advisor? Why do we have the 43rd US treasurer on the board? Why is it delisted by dozens of exchanges and still in the top 10? Imagine what happens after there is clarity for XRP, the digital asset. There is no more glass ceiling holding the price down. I just wanted to make this video because I think it's going to age exceptionally well long term. I do not have a crystal ball, but I have just seen all I needed to when it comes to XRP. Here's the document as well. I linked this back in, I believe, March of, this year. So remember, the one time when XRP was determined to be a virtual currency by the Department of Justice, well, the SEC doesn't. And this is all documented as well, linked right there on FinCEN. And first off, let's be very candid. This market today is 95%, maybe even 99% speculation. That's scary. So what do you think that utility will do when the floodgates open? I believe it'll create a ground floor for price in the years ahead. Unfortunately, we're just not there yet. So that goes on for my argument, of course, showing the global market cap going past 2 trillion. Does it crash and we go back to $1 trillion the back test? Anything's possible during a bear market. What I'm saying is, I believe we reach 10 trillion, 20 trillion, and $50 trillion in the years ahead. We even have nearly 1/3 of hedge fund managers planning to invest in crypto, shared by Ernst & Young. 31%. And 24% of alternative investors plan to add crypto to their portfolio. We're seeing Crypto.com commercials. We're seeing acquisitions. The Staples Center changed its name. Everybody knows what crypto is now. You can buy it on Venmo, PayPal, all these forward-facing apps. Becoming your own bank. This is the future. The trend is your friend, and yes, we are still early. And I still believe if you're focused on utility blue chip assets, we are still early when it comes to XRP that has yet to even surpass its all-time high price. The World Economic Forum listing XRP multiple times, even in the documents, for wholesale interbank transfer. Not retail, wholesale. That means big money. Interbank payments, guys. And now please recall the DTCC connections. And this is shared by Matthew Liny as well. Great follow on Twitter. Highly recommend it. Even David Schwartz. First off, we have a $250 million creator fund for the XRP Ledger development with NFTs. That's $250 million as a war chest being deployed to expand the XRP ecosystem. Roth Economan highlighting even CEO of SBI Holdings, a huge holder of Ripple and R3 as well, actually interviewed in Bloomberg, and he mentions Ripple, R3, and B2C2. That is the big liquidity provider, I believe, as investments for synergies to work together as they expand through Southeast Asia. But some of the biggest liquidity providers, market makers in the world are connected to XRP. And today's video is basically inspired by Digital Autonomous Conductor. If you knew that trillion-dollar market caps will be commonplace in crypto within a decade, would you still be focusing on the intraday? Now the question is, how do you pick the winners? So of course, just like in the dot-com bubble, people do deploy the blanket strategy. There's no right way, there's just your way. I'm doing the best I can, and that's all you can do as well. We're all learning, we're all in this together. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember PolySign, standard custody, the top 10 Bitwise index, the SEC lawsuit, relistings of XRP on a variety of exchanges, the 50% of XRP essentially still locked in escrow. If you do not understand the escrow, they cannot dump it on the market, meaning we have a nice 2x multiplier on XRP's price that people still are not aware of. There's just so much to this space. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and sub, leave me a comment down below on your thoughts, and until next time.